Hey everyone, something that's come to our attention is that these devices are more and more being used in places where there's electricity, where there's other wireless signals, and one of the effects of that is there can be wireless interference. And I know a lot of people initially don't believe that this is a real thing, but it's important to note that the devices we ship out today are backwards compatible with very old computers. So the technologies you're used to aren't enabled by default on this device. So if you're in an area with wireless phones, with wireless controllers, with microwaves, with wireless headsets or walkie-talkies, or even just other wireless signals, you'll notice something happen that we're getting reports on, which is the wireless connectivity is very intermittent. And when you are connected, a lot of times content won't load. So you'll think there's a problem with your device. So we're going to go ahead and demonstrate that a little bit. I have a Rachel Plus device running here, and I will connect to the wireless signal and hopefully replicate the problems that people are reporting to us, which are easily fixed. So I am connecting to Rachel, and you'll see right away, it says can't connect to this network. Something you'll see is that we have a bunch of wireless signals here in Los Angeles that are causing conflict. But these are just wireless routers. Other things can cause conflict too, like I mentioned with wireless controllers or video game systems or wireless mouse and keyboard. A lot of those things will cause issues, but we can fix them very easily. So I'm again going to try to connect to Rachel Wi-Fi, which is not running any of the protections that we have. And so this time it has connected, and it should go right away to that screen. It took a little while, and I've connected, and that was actually pretty quick. So sometimes you won't notice the problem right away, and sometimes you will. So right now content is loading fairly well, and I've got the device right here next to me. I'm on Rachel Wi-Fi, so I'm going to take this Rachel Wi-Fi unit and put it just a little further away to help get some of that interference. So one of the problems with this is that it's very hard to diagnose because sometimes you're used to interference hitting your device and you can't get any content, and then other times it doesn't have the same effects depending on the area you're in, the room you're in, or what's going on in that room. So it's still actually behaving pretty well. I may just upload another video of what it's like when content doesn't load all that quickly. But if you're watching this video, you're probably having this problem where you get to the home page and you can't click on the links, or you click on the links and no content shows up. So the easiest way to fix that problem is to go into your device administrator, and you should know the default username and password here, and if not, you can reach out to us. We've been told not to broadcast those, so we're not. And then what you want to do is go to your wireless settings, and here you'll see the wireless technology we're using is 2.4 gigahertz. Now this is the old technology that most older computers are used to using, but if you're in a prison or correctional facility or a home school or something with other wireless signals, you're going to want to upgrade to 5 gigahertz if your computers have this, which is some of the newer end technologies, or you can stay in 2.4 and you can turn on what's called anti-interference mode. And when you turn this on and you click save, you're going to dramatically reduce instances where interference is causing your content not to load. So again, you have two solutions. One is to enable anti-interference mode, which will reduce some of the overall speed, but not very significantly, or to go into 5 gigahertz if you have computers that are compatible. Now, if you go into 5 gigahertz and your primary computer is not compatible, you won't be able to change it back because you won't be able to find the wireless signal. So before you do that, go ahead and make sure that you actually have that enabled. So I lost my wireless signal, which is why that's, and this was in the process of rebooting. So now I'm going to connect, and it should be a much cleaner connection this time without any wireless interference ongoing. We'll close this down. make sure. Yeah, we are connected here. And now it didn't do a great job of showing you the problem, but you know the problem if you've had it before. Another thing when you're troubleshooting is to open a safe mode browser or an incognito browser. When you're working with offline content, your web browser tries to store sites you visit frequently, and part of that will make it seem like your front page is working, but when you actually go to content, that doesn't work. So a good way to get through that issue is to open an incognito or private browsing session. And each browser has a different way to do it, but it's usually there in the file options. And so now I'm in anti-interference mode. Everything should work just fine. You know, going through content, really shouldn't have any issues from here on out. So we have started to enable this anti-interference mode when we ship out devices, but some of our old devices don't have it. So that's just a quick note. If you can't get to your device wirelessly because you put it in 5 gigahertz mode or your interference is so bad, you'll want to go and plug the device physically into your router with a Cat5 cable. That's one of these cables right here. And we have other videos on how to find the IP address. But just a note on the wireless here. Hopefully that helps some folks out.